technically put it back on my speaker, but I'm not gonna do it. Parents out, so I can scream as much as I want as well. I don't need to worry about them being there. I can swear everything, be how I want to be. I mean, even being racist if I really want. No, I'm not racist. It's just that making racist jokes, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
And just being all over the place, really.
Start the stream.
Okay. I mean, we can still talk normally.
Yeah.
We don't have to. We can just prepare, and people will get slight. How can you say it?
You mean viewers and all, or?
No, just like shit talking. But like.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like me and Helix were doing sometimes, or yeah.
I see. Man, I wish we could like talk to Felix.
Yeah. I mean, if we can't, then should move to India then, or UAE.
Oh yeah.
So then he can fit in with the time zones.
Yeah, because it's only like 12 a.m. I mean, almost 12 a.m. at my time.
Yeah, he's that you live in UAE, something like that.
Yeah. Just making sure that, are you on stream right now? Like, can you hear me through the stream, or?
Hold on. Just go to the stream. Yeah, Twitch is having a mad moment for me on my phone. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Don't worry, I can open it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't open it. I mean, I don't know. Everything else is opening fine, but then on Twitch it's just like network doesn't work. Like, what the Just complete other bullshit.
Yeah, alright.
No, this well works on my laptop, but then it just doesn't work on my phone.
Just check it on my phone.
Yeah, check it. On mine.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, check it.
You can hear yourself, I think, right?
Yeah.
There we go. We can hear ourselves on the stream loud and clear.
It's good to have that.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just gonna like read through the chat and everything.
Yeah.
Unless if you have some overlays on your screen.
No, on PlayStation 4 there's nothing. Because I mean, wait, are you on old gen or new gen? You're new gen. Yeah, I am still on the old gen, so I don't have anything. It's literally
so
just
on
a game.
PS4.
Yeah, I'm still on old gen.
Ah.
PlayStation 4, so I have literally nothing.
Yeah, I'm seeing the chat. I see Astronomy saying, yo, it's Darwizzi. But yeah.
I mean, I can still like go through the PlayStation like quick menu and then just go to the progress and then comments. Yeah, the Wizzyboys, they still have this dumbass name. It's okay.
Yeah, you should change your astronomy because if you want to, you know, get out to Darwizzi. If you want. But, yeah.
Yeah, we should probably talk quickly or shortly into the like race stuff, the championship, top like the race results from last week and that.
Yeah.
I need to open my laptop because my flipping phone is like 12%. Or if you want, you can read them out, like what is going on.
Yeah, I can see the chat and everything. You can just like focus on the races, and I can like help you out if you missed anything. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, just only on the standings thing in Discord. Although I'm already on Discord on my laptop, so I can read them out. I think we should talk about the rest. So, yeah, gentlemen, and if there's a lady, then ladies, into HOR F2 China with Wildstorm and with KA.
Yeah, guys.
I mean,
Hope you're all having a good day so far. It's me, K1. You have seen me before with commentating with Helix and all. Yeah, you might as well remember me. It's just my first time commentating with Wildstrom as well, so.
I'll try to include you as much as possible. Helix has the same problem with me that he just gets into the rhythm and just forgets about the other dude. I'll try to include you as much as possible in there. But yeah, where am I looking at that one? Into China, the track that most of the drivers hate. I see. Or they just don't really care about. But the drivers need to cope with it and live on, the same way that in real life F1 drivers have to cope with Las Vegas. Race results from last week from Qatar. Wizzyboy won it in beautiful style, winning it from pole position. Nikolai second and Szczesny race third. Darwizzi fourth, so that means that Wizzyboy, or the two Wizzys are equal on points going into China, but Wizzyboy is ahead because he has more wins. Darwizzi with only one compared to Wizzy's 3 wins. Yeah, and then Szczesny is still in there with the 24 points away. Behind them, 24 points behind them, so he still has a good chance. And pretty much still Sir Nikolai Wave, probably Trill as well. In the constructors, then let me just get the open. In the constructors, Haas leads Alpine by 5 points, so it's very close. As well, there Red Bull still has a good chance, but 16 points behind of Haas, and Alfa Romeo as well, 23 points behind. So the top 4 is within 24 points. Then behind Alfa Romeo is Alfa Tauri with 75 points, Ferrari with 69 points. Nice. Aston Martin 7th with 36, McLaren 8th, 35 points. So as well close between Aston Martin and McLaren. Mercedes 9th with 24 points, and Williams dead last in 10th, 1 point behind Mercedes, so 23 points. And that's it for the standings. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the standings. There's a lot of memes going around in Szczesny, the other in the Aston Martin. Szczesny. Yeah. Yeah, that's my Discord going in the background.
Yeah.
I mean, you can pretty much hear everything. I can hear everything where I click and that. Okay, there you
Yeah.
go. I guess.
So we're just waiting up for a response from Kesney, who's the host of tonight's race. Just running up to drivers to start this race. But, hey boy, good to see you, mate.
I mean, for you, it's it's not even evening at that point. It's.
I mean, yeah, I guess you can say that.
It should be more like maybe good night. Although good night is when you go to sleep. So, and you're not gonna be going to sleep in like 1.5 hours. So, I don't know.
Yeah, but I can like last an hour and a half, but yeah.
I mean, yesterday I was up until 2 a.m. or something like that because of WRC, they're in Japan, so it's a little different with time zones there. I'm getting the same treatment as Helix has in here, but just the other way around. Yeah, we're just waiting for the ready up call. And we shall go into one-shot quali, which, yeah, will be very interesting. K1?
Yeah.
What's your prediction for this race? Top 3. Race, not sprint, race.
I would say Wizzyboy P1, Darwizzi second, and then who should be third? Nano. I don't know why I take Nano, but I feel like he has a good space. And we are ready to go into one-shot quali.
Yeah.
For the final.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
My top 3 is me. My top 3 is gonna be a little different. It's gonna be Darwizzi first. Should I? Sir Nikolai second and Wizzyboy third. That's my top 3. Nikolai has been very close in these races, what I've seen or commentated, so, and he still has a good chance of being in there. Or as well, though Chesney race. No, I will stay with that. Darwizzi, Nikolai, and then Wizzyboy.
One-shot quali for the final time around Shanghai for F2 season.
Yeah.
And we just have like 3 rounds, I think.
Yeah, after this we have 3 rounds.
Yeah. And we're just running on the drivers to follow their setup and get on to one-shot quali.
Yeah, hopefully they don't forget it, because if they forget it, then, well, you are fucked. Let's just say, the default setups are not great at all.
Yeah, I mean, they probably have like...
Yeah, now we're going and, wait, let me just flip in Ket. Let's go with Chesney race on my POV, at least. Through the long turn 1 and into turn 2, like the snail cut off corners, and Nolks already has retired immediately. Not even surviving turn 1. Chesney race going into the first sector, 24.188, 5th through the first sector. So Nikolai already into P1 and Darwizzi into P2 at this point on. Wizzyboy only in 11th, so maybe he has invalidated his time, or he just has made a mistake and has cost him a lot of time through the twisty bits, and I forgot which corner numbers these are. And into the second snail, but for that second sector time zone, it's 50.7 for Chesney now on the exit of this one turn 12, I believe. that is just opening. On this game is pretty easy with traction, at least in qualifying. The race is going to be open and just heading into the hardest braking zone and the hairpin on this calendar. Around 100 meter board with Chesney into turn 13. 14 on the exit. And then into 15. Around 50 meter board braking. And then Chesney is going to complete the lap. And who's going to be first? Sir Nicola is going to be first. 131.129. Darwizzi second with 31.3. Something like that.
Yeah, I believe so. It was around that time, so yeah, it's a decent lap time. So it's Sir Nikolai on pole position for the sprint race, followed up with Darwizzi in P2, Chesney and Aston Martin P3, Rizza in P4, Wicked in P5. Was officially a Rebel driver for first time this season. And yeah, Visus Earl in 6th, Manu in 7th, Sam Ross in 8th, Gubsy in 9th, and Wizzyboy in 10th.
1,000.
And I believe he didn't. Yeah,
1,000.
You
go.
Okay. And I believe Wizzyboy did not validate his lap as I checked through the track map on his POV, but it seemed like he made a mistake or something. So yeah.
Yeah. And then behind whatever it was. Yeah, I was gonna say that he was 1,000 behind Clipsy.
Oh. I can't believe I haven't noticed that.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
it's still better that than losing a race, like win by 15 or 50,000s. Those actually happened to me recently. 15,000s and 50,000s. Incredible. Don't want to go get into the details with those. Although the 15,000 maybe. Anyways, those are the different leagues. We focus on HOR. The other leagues, we don't care about those. For now, at least. Maybe after we can talk about. But then 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights are out, and away we go here in the Chinese sprint race. Nikolai gets a very good start off the line, keeping his P1, going into the first corner. Wizzy as well keeping his P2, and the two Chesneys as well keeping their P3 and P4. So the Wicked already overtaking Chesney in the Aston Martin. As behind, there's a whole lot of carnage. That Chesney in the Aston Martin spun round, and Cyril as well involved in there. There's some other drivers involved as well, but Wizzyboy already from P11 up into P7 on the first lap, but he's on the soft, so that's kind of expected. K1.
I have seen the contact between Nano and Chesney. Nano just made contact with his teammate, with Chesney, and yeah, it's very unfortunate. And then there's another collision made by the Ferrari. I forgot who it was, but it was one of the Ferraris, and Nano just smashed it into them. But yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunate collision between the two teammates. Darwizzi still close behind on Nikolai. Wizzy Radio overtaking Marinov on the exit of turn 12, if I remember right. Most of the drivers are on the softs. Only 3 drivers are in the mediums. Marinov, Chesney, and Sir Nikolai, our race leader. Darwizzi, of course, is going to be very aggressive on these first opening laps as Wicked overtakes Chesney into turn 13 or into the hairpin, but Chesney tries to get a switchback on him into turn 15, gets him around the outside, and manages to keep his P3 still alive as there's a Marinov spinning on the X of turn 15, and that's him down, and that's a reset to track as well.
Yeah.
And Kaya already at 3 second time penalty as well. Nano and Nox fighting into turn 1. There's contact between them, but there's just a little bit slight contact, so nothing so serious. Yeah, there was a close behind Nikolai as he sends it on him into turn 5, I believe, and he picks up the lead of the Grand Prix on lap 2, going into turn 6 and 7. If I remember these corner names correctly, I don't actually know.
It was turn 8, but yeah, it's approaching turn 9 now. And I believe Sir Nikolai is losing a bit of time now to Darwizzi, but he will not give up. He will try and remain close to Darwizzi as much as possible. He could help with his ERS answer stream, but it doesn't seem he's close enough. He's less than 710, so it is possible. He's draining most of his ERS. Can he maybe, just maybe, make a move on him? Darwizzi tries to defend the inside, but Darwizzi managed to cover off Sir Nikolai.
Yeah, he tried to send it in there, but then it looked like that he just sent a fake one, trying to send Wizzy like just faking him and trying to leave him like just for nothing space.
But take a look at the battle of but take a look at the battle of Flatbread and Novel. Flatbread is trying to make a move up to make a position on the Ferrari driver, and he was in the inside line. And Flatbread just manages. Sorry, I don't know how to speak anymore. But Flatbread manages to go through the Ferrari of Null.
Yeah.
And he goes up to P9. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was literally spectating them while I was talking. Cyril overtakes Kaya into turn 5. You speak, I'll try to remember I'll count the corner names.
Alright. As we take a look at the battle of Samras and Wizzyboy, Wizzyboy goes up to 5th. He manages to make through into top 5 now. Already on lap 3 as well, which is pretty incredible for Wizzyboy. He might win, possibly on the sprint race. Maybe even in the race, which I predicted in the beginning. But yeah.
Yeah. I need to search the corner names but I won't do them now. Nikolai close behind Darwizzi, Marinov overtaking Kaya before the hairpin, and as well Cyril overtaking Knowles before the hairpin. Contact between them on the exit, and Cyril manages to still be side by side with him into the final corner as well in the top. Sir Nikolai and Darwizzi are fighting for P1. And side by side into turn 2. There is still side by side on the exit. 3 different fights going on at the same time. I don't have 3 different screens. Darwizzi ahead of Sir Nikolai going through turn 3 and 4. The Wicked and Wizzy side by side into turn 4. Wizzy on the inside. Wicked has to settle off for 5th. Now behind him there's Sam Ross, although he's a little too far back. And Marinov is as well ahead of the Cyril ahead of Marinov. And Kaya down in P14. So yeah, all those 3 fights went like that, and now we get a little breather before Sir Nikolai is gonna send it on Darwizzi again, going into the hairpin.
Yeah, but as you take a look, as Riz is in the battle of the top 2 drivers, as he's training most of his memory to try and close up the gap on those top 2 drivers. Riz might be able to have an opportunity to try and make a move. Will he be able to launch on the inside? No, Sir Nikolai makes a move on Darwizzi. It's a battle of top 3 now, where I can't even see, I can't even talk right now. But Sir Nikolai manages to make through after P1, but Darwizzi might have a chance again to try and get a move on. Oh, it's well to win into turn 2, heading into turn 3. It's a long corner, so you have to be patient around that. But Sir Nikolai manages to make through on Darwizzi once again. But the battle's not over yet, as Darwizzi tries to go around the outside, but doesn't make it stick. So Sir Nikolai remains for P1 for now.
Yeah. Behind there was as well fight between Wizzy and Wicked at the same time, but Wizzy stays in P4. Behind them there's Sam Ross, who is chased by Clipsy behind. Sam Ross misses the apex of turn 8, I believe that is. As there's a Marnow spinning in the background off of turn
That's
6.
Marnow.
Yeah, and that's another driver who has been spun. Wait, how many corners are on this track? Do you know?
It's 16. 16 corners.
I thought 14. Or 15. Darwizzi sending it around the outside on Sir Nikolai into the hairpin. I'm assuming this is 14, I guess, at this point. And going into 16, Sir Nikolai is still ahead of Darwizzi. Although on the exit, Darwizzi is going to have a chance to overtake him. Although he's a little too far back. He's closing in like a rocket ship, though, into turn 1 on the inside. Is he going to be able to overtake him on the inside of turn 1? But then he's going to have to still be on the outside of turn 2. And he manages still to be on the outside. This time they're side by side going into turn 3. Oh. And into turn 4, Sir Nikolai on the outside manages to keep it ahead of Darwizzi, and Nikolai stays as our race leader. Clipsy overtook both Samurai and Wicked, and behind, well, nothing much else different.
And yeah, I was looking through Wizzyboy and Wicked, but yeah, well, I don't know what happened to Wicked, who just lost the position from Clips. But yeah, I think Wizzyboy got held out a lot by Wicked, so yeah, which lost a lot of time to the top 3 drivers.
Yeah, Darwizzi is gonna be sending it probably again into turn 14, closing on the left, on the outside. So Nikolai manages sliding into turn 14. But manages to keep it up as Szczesny behind has lost it on the exit. He's not going to have the DRS to the next DRS detection zone, and he doesn't have the DRS, so he's going to have to just stay behind and watch as these ahead are going to fight it into turn 1 yet again. Darwizzi on the inside is going to be able to overtake him this time. Doesn't look like it, as Sir Nikolai is still staying on the outside going into turn 2. Darwizzi still on the outside of Sir Nikolai. Yes, he is more side by side with him. They're wheel to wheel going into turn 4. Shit camera from Wiz's POV, but Nikolai still side by side going into turn 6 and then into 7 probably. Sir Nikolai on the outside and manages to overtake him. Beautiful overtake by Sir Nikolai, keeping it still there for the win. In the sprint race. His mediums though are going to be going better and better as this race is going to be going. So Darwizzi really needs to overtake him semi-quickly if he's still, or just being very close behind him. Someone behind has overtaken someone. There's a move, but I literally forgot where it was. There's going to be close battle between Wicked, Samros and Clipsy as well. Although Darwizzi still closing on Nikolai. He's going to be going to the right this time, to the inside. And Nikolai still on the outside. Clipsy loses 2 positions for Wicked and Samros. Wizzy lets through Nikolai for the DRS on this straight. Is he going to go to the right or the left? Left to the outside. And Nikolai, is he going to manage still on the inside? He's still there. Still there. Now, this time to the outside into turn 2. Is he going to be able to manage it on the outside? No, he isn't. And that's Darwizzi back into the lead on lap 8 after many tries. Gets the P2 to himself. Meanwhile, at the back, Samros gets ahead of Wicked, although there's still a lot of scraps behind. Wicked's trying to go around the outside of Samros, but this time Clipsy gets the switchback on Wicked, and he moves up into P6. There's loads of battles going on, as well Kaya being close to Marnov, as Kaya got a 6-second as well earlier on. I just didn't say it. Wicked loses a little bit on the exit of turn 8. Wait, 8, 9, 10, 11... What the fuck?
Yeah, you're a bit confused about the turnings, right?
Yeah, I'm losing it a little bit. I
Oh,
really need to search it.
and there's the Williams of Cyril who was just spun round on turn number 11, approaching turn number 11, who was on turn 10. But yeah, he's down into P12. I believe he was on point, but or I don't think so. But
It's only top 8 points in sprint.
oh yeah.
So and he was like
I keep
P11.
forgetting.
And he was like P11 anyways. Darwizzi got overtaken by Nikolai into the hairpin, going into the penultimate lap. I mean, it's still very much to play for both Darwizzi and Nikolai. Although Nikolai's tires are going to be a lot better at this stage of the race. Wizzyboy he is catching up to these 3 up ahead, but not enough laps for him to catch up. But for the main race, where you get most of the points, you're still gonna get a few points in here, as Darwizzi is gonna gain on Wizzyboy 2 points. But to be fair, at this stage that they are on, they're gonna be fighting for the lead, or for the championship to the next races. Their 2 points are not that much as for the win, and for 2 and 3 the differences are over 2 points. Samura's Wicked Red and Eclipse, there's a lot of going on as well in the back, as Darwizzi with the DRS is able to catch up to Nikolai as quickly as possible, as quickly as he was on the previous laps. He's gonna go around the outside, and there is flatbed spun through turn 13, I believe. Darwizzi doesn't overtake Nikolai.
Yep.
Darwizzi doesn't overtake him into 14. So he's going to have to stay behind going into the final race. Samurai overtakes Clipsy and Wicked Red, as Wicked Red is going to have to fight with Nano going into the final lap. Corner, sorry. Samurai gets an unfortunate 3-second time penalty. And Nano still stays behind of Wicked Red. So there's still a lot of to play for as well for P5. At the moment, Clipsy is on provisional P5. Even more at the back, there's a lot more going on, as Nolix was forced off, or just went off into 14. And Marinov is close to 0 as well. So there's a lot of battles going on at the same time throughout this whole race. So maybe actually China isn't that bad in terms of racing, for us at least. It's not like Monaco, where me and Helix went completely insane in the final couple of laps. In F2 and in F1, the terrain made it a lot interesting actually than what I was expecting. So it was fun. On the exit of turn of 13, Darwizzi is 8 cents behind Nikolai. It's not gonna be close enough. He's not gonna be close enough. Even with using ERS and DRS, he's not gonna be close enough. He's not gonna be even into 5/10 going into the final corners. There's a shit ton of lag, and Darwizzi and Nikolai are inside of each other. Both of them can win it going into the final corner all of a sudden. And who exits better? It is Nikolai who exits better out of the final corner, and Nikolai wins the sprint race and takes pole position for the main race. Chesney is P3, Wizzyboy 4th, Samros is in 5th into the finish flag, but it's Clipsy P5, Nano P6, Samros P7, Wicked, who got disconnected, it gets the final paying position. Chesney in the Aston Martin P9, Flatbread P10, Marinov P11, Cyril P12, Knox P13, as he has problems on the exit of the final 3 final corners, and then Kaya is going to be the final driver finishing the race. I mean, that lag definitely made more interesting to the final corner, because Wizzy and Nikolai, they were literally inside of each other. Yes, it sounds weird, but they were inside of each other.
Yeah, I saw everything that just happened on the final lap, but yeah, it is Sir Nikolai on pole position for the race, and Wizzy, get this, is the championship leader because he finished ahead of Wizzyboy,
Yeah.
which is so it is Sir Nikolai on P1, starting the race on P1, obviously. Second goes to Darwizzi, and an intense battle between Sir Nikolai and Darwizzi. It's been a crazy one, a hard one as well. And Chesney Riz in Alfa Romeo in P3, Wizzyboy 4th, Clips in 5th, Nano in 6th, Sam Ross in 7th, and Wicked, who in P8 gets a final points.
Yeah.
But yeah.
By the way, I've got slightly bad news for your prediction. Why? Yeah, because of Wicked. I got a little bit bad news. Wizzyboy forgot his setup.
What?
Wizzyboy forgot his setup.
Ah, he said it in the chat. Oh god.
Yeah, definitely not great. I can tell. I can say. So he's gonna be still impressive P4 to be fair. That he forgot his setup. I mean, limited sources or changes that he can do and still P4. I mean, to like just outside of the podium. I mean, amazing. I can say. But there's the main race going on, of course. So we need to focus on this. More sort of endurance. Although, if I would actually mean it, Helix would kill me because this is not endurance racing. I mean it isn't. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights are out, and away we go here in the Chinese Grand Prix. Sir Nikolai gets an amazing start once again. Chesney got an absolute horrible start of the line, already down to P5 of the line, getting almost overtaken by Nano as Nano hits one of the Ferraris, and then Chesney misses as well. Chesney down P6 already. Sir Nikolai easily ahead as Wizzyboy second with Darwizzi is falling down. He is down to P8 already on the extra of turn 2. Cyril, a load of lag between Nano and Cyril. Cyril sends spinning. Wicked still not in the lobby. Flatbread down to P12. Sir Nikolai, amazing start of line, 1.6 seconds out of Wizzyboy, as Wizzyboy getting an amazing start as well, up into P2 from P4, and his championship rival only in P8, although now he overtakes Chesney into turn, I'm guessing 12 at this point. I forgot to check the flipping track map. But already up to P6, although he's gonna have to overtaken by Chesney and Knox on the straight. It is like hot knife through butter. Chesney overtakes his teammate Sam Ross. Darwizzi Knox just forgot to turn in or brake into the corner. So there's a lot going on. And Darwizzi up to P8 as Marinov hits the back of Darwizzi, and he with that collects Knowles slightly. I hope that Knowles doesn't have damage. Going into turn 1, Knowles has a sense spinning by Marinov probably into turn 1. Marinov as well going wide into turn 1, and he loses his places down to P12. Cyril's doing a 360 into turn 1. A lot of chaos going on at the same time.
Oh, and there's a battle between Darwizzi and both of the Martins. I don't know what happened to Darwizzi, by the way. I tried to get somebody in, which is Wicked Red, but yeah, what I miss?
Yeah, big mess on the first opening laps in China, here in Shanghai. Darwizzi is going to be trying to overtake the slower Chesney, you could say, as quickly as possible on this straight. He doesn't. No one. The DRS hasn't been yet activated, so he's gonna have a hard time overtaking him a little bit. Is Szczesny gonna be using overtake? It doesn't look like it. Darwizzi is using it. Closing into turn 14, side by side on the inside, sending it, and he is ahead of Szczesny into turn 14 as Szczesny now has slowed down a little bit his teammate Nano, which forces him to go a little bit, or it forces Wicked to get a little more closer to Nano. Nox gets overtaken by Serial. Flatbread side by side with one of the, no, that is AI, so we don't care about that. I mean, Sir Nikolai in the meantime is absolutely flying around here. 2.3 seconds out of Wizzyboy. Goddamn.
But I'm taking a look at the battle of Samros and Clips, who are battling it out. Samros is closing in on the Ferrari, who is running on the Ferrari. He has run out of the ARS for Clips, so he will have a hard time to try and extend the gap. But oh, and he makes eye contact. I'm not sure if that's contact has happened or damage has been made. But Samus goes through Clipsy and up to P3.
But that may not be the greatest of ideas or the greatest of things, because Clipsy is gonna get the DRS on Samros. Clipsy is running out of DRS. He's on 0% already on lap 3. He definitely doesn't like to manage his ERS, but he goes out of Sam Ross going into 14, but Sam Ross sends it back on him into 14. Amazing move on him. And as well, Szczesny has the opportunity to overtake him into 16, side by side with them into the final corner. Szczesny sends wide a little bit, but with Szczesny having more ERS, but he doesn't use it. Clipsy stays 4th. As of right now, going into turn 1 and 2, so this long as right-hander is actually 2 corners. God damn it. Okay, so it's only those corners. Okay, Serial side by side with Nox going into turn 1 on the outside, but it's a little dodgy at the back as always. As well with Serial's internet, it's throwing him everywhere, left and right. Yeah. Yeah. Szczesny close behind on Clipsy. You have anything to say? For now?
Oh, let me know. I mean, I just saw the battle for Clipsy and Riz. I mean, it wasn't like nice of how Clips did to Riz, who was trying to make a move on the final corner, but yeah. And there's a yellow flag.
Oh, VSC, as Szczesny was about to overtake Clipsy. That's Clipsy's fortune on Serial's unfortune. I mean, Szczesny was gonna easily overtake him into 14, but I guess VSC has came out because Serial has spun on the exit of turn 10. Yeah, 10. Into 10. And Serial, I don't think he has a front wing. I don't think, I don't know what but yeah, he has no front wing. So Serial is gonna have to go into the pit.
But he goes deep.
Yeah, well, at this point he doesn't really care about this. He just wants to go home. Or I mean, he's already home, but he doesn't want to. And as well a drive-through penalty. That's just a nail in the coffin. Kaya getting a 3-second time penalty under the VSC. That's a new thing. Yeah, he retires in the pits. Serial, so expected. Pretty much. Yeah, so that's our first car out in the race, and there's a load of lag because Serial has left. Beautiful EA service as well. Yeah, VSC should be going off soon. No, not yet. Yeah, there we go. And Kaya getting a drive-through penalty. Just a nail in the coffin, really.
And Darwizzi just jumped through ahead of Riz, but I thought for a second it would be a legal overtake because if you know the glitch where the safety car comes in and then if you try to make a move across the line, but no, it's I don't think it's a legal overtake. But Darwizzi just manages to jump through Riz up to P5 now.
I mean, that glitch is only on full course safety cars as Nano sends it a little bit as Szczesny has been sent spinning into turn 14 because of his well, I don't know if they're brothers or it's just a consequence that they have the same name. Are they brothers or not?
Yeah, they are.
So the two brothers have hit each other into 14. Wicked lost the rear a little bit on the exit of turn 2. Yeah. I mean, the glitch where when the safety car goes in, green flags come up. And you've crossed the finish line, yet you still get an illegal overtake because you took the driver just spot on, just right after the finish line. That only is on full course safety cars. So it is annoying, but we just have to cope with it. Really, we can't do anything about it. We just have to deal with it. It's EA. Yeah. Thank God that they have made a good rallying game at least, but the F1 games are not really the greatest. Darwizzi is gonna try and overtake Clipsy into 14. It's not gonna be easy because Clipsy has got the DRS, but Clipsy doesn't have the ERS that you need at this time, and he's gonna go around the outside of Clipsy into 14. But he doesn't have the run really. Clipsy's still there. Still trying to keep his P4 into 16. Darwizzi forces his way through into P4, and that's a very good overtake from Darwizzi. Darwizzi can defend for himself by using ERS, which Clipsy doesn't have. Wicked overtakes in the meantime Nano before turn 1. With Clipsy trying to send it on Darwizzi into 2 and into 3. But Wizzy manages to keep himself out of Darwizzi, and that's Darwizzi up to P4. Next target for Darwizzi is Sam Ross, which is going to be very crucial to overtake him, because then that is going to cut down the points tally into only 1 point as Clipsy has sent it on Darwizzi into 6. But Clipsy still cannot overtake him yet, are just unable to overtake him, really. Koya has retired in pits.
Yeah.
Right, who has the fastest lap, by the way? It's Nikolai by quite a long shot. 14.3 for Nikolai, while the closest fastest lap is 35.2 set by Wizzyboy. 9/10 apart in the fastest laps. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, Nikolai's pace was absolutely crazy in the first opening laps. Darwizzi is going to overtake Sam Ross into turn 14. Sam Ross is still there on the inside though, but Darwizzi is going to get a better exit off of 14, and he's ahead. Clipsy is getting attacked by Wicked as well into 14. Neither of them have much ERS left, so they are in the same rabbit hole. Meanwhile, in the behind the two Aston Martins and Szczesny, Riz are as well in the slight fight. Sam Ross tries to send it on Darwizzi into 2, but it was a very, well, you could say late launch. Darwizzi was returning into 2 on his racing line. Wicked overtakes Clipsy, but they're side by side. Sam Ross is he gonna send it on the outside of Darwizzi into 6? But Darwizzi manages still to be ahead, although it's still very close between them. You know, at the back, Clipsy has overtaken Wicked into 6. And, well, it's, again, this time 2 fights going on at the same time. And this time it is a, well, I've just gone completely tongue twisted in my own words. as
Oh, I take a look at Samus and Darwizzi. Samus had a bit of answer, including Darwizzi, but they're super close. Samus is gonna go for it.
yeah.
On the opposite of the DRS, and
Yeah.
he manages to go through of Darwizzi heading into turn number. Almost forgot what it's called. It's turn 14.
Yeah, 14.
But and again to do it at turn 16. But yep, it's Samus who is ahead of Darwizzi, but Darwizzi has the DRS, but is he gonna go for it?
He's closing in, and Darwizzi is sent spinning into turn 1. It was a very late launch by Darwizzi. A little unnecessary launch. He should have just waited back, and Samus just I guess didn't see him, and or just said fuck you, and you don't deserve any space. I don't. Am I allowed to swear?
I mean,
Swear?
I guess I can say, but
I mean, to be fair,
I mean,
I've sworn
HOR,
a lot.
we do swear a lot, but that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so basically the answer is yes, I can swear.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, I'm not gonna get shouted unless Yenga Boy or Jamie is gonna shout at me that stop swearing. Then I'll stop. But other than that, I got the green light, I guess, from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a little unnecessary send by Darwizzi. It was very late send, I can't lie, it was a very late send. Darwizzi, I mean, he could always have some fronting damage, but it doesn't look like that he has any fronting damage, and he is now been sent to basically to start this comeback all over again. What he got as Nano hits the rear of Szczesny into 14, but Szczesny still manages to keep it up. Szczesny goes wide now into 16. Nano goes ahead. Szczesny doesn't have the DR, so Darwizzi is gonna overtake Szczesny before turn 1 easily. And that's Darwizzi into P7. Is Riz gonna try and send it on the inside? No, he isn't. He's gonna stay behind and stay in P8 at this point on. On this track, the front tire, or overall the tires are getting a load of pain, or just they're getting a lot of shots. I mean, you can see if you are close enough to your screen. For example, Sam Ross is on 107 degrees tires, or 8 even at this point. So basically, the front tires are getting a load of shots, or just or I don't know how to call it in English.
What is it? What?
Like they're just getting a load of I don't know how to call it. I'm like, I have it in my mind in the other language, but just like I don't know how to say it in English. Like in Polish we call it opony dostają mocno w kość, but in English I have no idea how to translate it then. Well, it basically means that the shots are getting shot at. Let's just say Nano goes wide on the exit of turn 16. The gap from Samros to Wizzyboy is officially over 10 seconds. These two are absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment, none of our predictions are correct because Darwizzi is not in the top 3.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I predicted Nano would be 3rd, but he's in P6 currently.
Yeah, you said Nano, yeah. I said Darwizzi. No, wait, I put Sir Nikolai there. You put in Nano, and then the two Wizzies are still there. Nano goes wide in turn 9 and 10. And it was actually...
And I just... I just saw Wizzyboy had a massive understeer, but he manages to hold on out of exit of turn 13.
Yeah.
But yeah, he lost a bit of time to Sir Nikolai, but yeah.
I mean, the honesty can be a very big one after you get the tires are getting just getting so many. I'll just forget it about this. They're just wearing a lot, let's just say like that, and with the understeer and as well with overheating tires. Although Wizzyboy is not really struggling with tires being overheated. I mean, or even into the hundreds. I mean, Sam Ross has the problem, which isn't really great. Clipsy almost went for an overtake on Wicked. Darwizzi is stuck behind Nano at the moment, so he's gonna have to try and he can't even really undercut because he's on the hards, so he needs to make those hards longer than the mediums unless someone goes for the medium softs, which on this track I don't think I would really recommend it. The tire degradation and wear in here is super high if it has stayed from the previous games, pretty much. Wizzyboy gaining on Sir Nikolai at the moment. Sir Nikolai's pace has a little bit dropped in the few past laps. The gap is absolutely insane from Wizzyboy to Sam Ross, and then behind Sam Ross there's like half the grid in there easily. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars in there. Darwizzi tries to take Nano into 14 this time. On the outside, is he going to send it on the outside? Yes, he is. Wizzyboy going into the pits, but Darwizzi, his championship rival, trying to overtake Nano on the exit. Nano had a little bit of a oversteer on the exit of turn 14. Samros goes into the pits. Nano, he's going to get the DRS, but Wizzy is going to try and overtake him into turn 1 this time. He's fully side by side with him, and Darwizzi is up to P4 at the moment, as a few others have pitted for hard tires. That is Wizzyboy and Sam Ross, and now he has to slightly catch up to Clipsy and Wicked, both ahead. They have low amount of VRS. Wizzyboy having good amount of space to the cars ahead, so that he has a little bit of breathing room, so he's not gonna get stuck in traffic. Although if that would be the case on Wizzyboy, then Sir Nicholas would definitely be in that traffic. Nano goes wide on the exit of turn 11. Chesney tried to look for a move, but didn't really want to. Nano is outside of the DRS detection zone for Darwizzi, as Darwizzi is close to Clipsy. You go on, K1.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at Darwizzi now, who's after P4, after Wizzyboy making a stop. Nothing at all with Nano, but as we try to look off the Wicked goes into the pits. That promotes Darwizzi up to P3 and Clipsy into P2. And Sir Nikolai also goes into the pits on the new hards, which seems a bit interesting, as hards is one of the hardest tire. You get it? It's hard and hardest tire. Yeah. But yeah, it's one of the hardest tires to manage on Shanghai, as I've had horrible experiences with them on those tires. But yeah. But yeah.
As in the meantime, Wizzyboy pitting one lap earlier into the pits has actually paid off, because now he's within Sir Nikolai's DRS, or just inside of 1 second. So it's really paid off. So he has Sir Nikolai in the touching distance, in the attack, well, not really attacking distance yet, but in the reach of getting that DRS on the exit of this turn 12, unless Wizzyboy makes a mistake, or Sir Nikolai would have just like stopped on the exit of turn 12 and let Wizzyboy through, then Wizzyboy wouldn't have the DRS. Wizzyboy is getting closer and closer to Sir Nikolai. He's getting closer and closer, dangerously close. Fake descent, but he's gonna stay behind Sir Nikolai as the two Aston Martins fought for P4, and Nanos is ahead of him. Darwizzi goes into the pits, early on into the pits from the hards, I can't lie. 13 laps on the mediums then. Sir Nikolai overtakes the two Aston Martins. Wizzyboy is stuck behind the two Aston Martins as they force a little bit of a wall on Wizzyboy. Wizzyboy manages to overtake Nano on the exit of turn 3. And now he's going to have to quickly overtake Szczesny on the exit into turn 5 and into 6. But then now as well, at the same time, Sir Nikolai is he can overtake Szczesny, but Szczesny doesn't leave any space, had to go off track. And that is going to cost him a little bit of time. At this point, Sir Nikolai should just, I was going to say stay behind it, but I guess the pace deficit, or deficit is so big that there's no point in staying so close behind. So Sir Nikolai, with that pace, he could... no, he's not gonna get the DRS on Clipsy. Wizzyboy overtakes easily Szczesny into 13. He's gonna get the DRS. Sir Nikolai isn't gonna get the DRS at this point. He's gonna get the DRS at the next lap, unless Clipsy is gonna absolutely bin it on the exit of turn 14 and 15. Actually, Wizzyboy didn't get... Wait. Did Wizzyboy get the DRS? Or not?
I believe so. He was economy close to Riz, but I believe he had DRS. So yeah.
Clipsy goes into the pits.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Nano and Szczesny, they're trying to do something different as well. The two Szczesnys and Nano, they're trying to do something in here, trying to go for the softs. I see, which is a very interesting strategy, because here tires are very just prone to being worn quickly. Well, I haven't driven China a race on this game at all. I haven't driven a race on this track, so I don't know. I'm just getting off from previous experiences on the previous games, which basically on the previous games, going for one stop from mediums to softs was pretty much impossible. Or well, it was possible, but there was no worth it doing it, because you're just gonna lose so much time. Wizzyboy gets the DRS on Sir Nikolai, I believe. It was very close of him not getting it. So Wizzyboy is using a load of his DRS to stay to Sir Nikolai, but he doesn't get it. He doesn't have the... Although he's gaining a lot on Sir Nikolai. Without the DRS? That much?
What? I didn't even I thought Wizzyboy would have had that DRS, because he was too close. He was almost like under a second, but on the straight it felt like he had DRS, but he didn't have it at all.
Yeah.
Which is the crazy part. Unless he has an advantage of not using a correct setup, and he has less far wings, which makes him like closing on to Sir Nikolai with less wings probably.
Yeah. As at the same time, Szczesny and Nano pit for the softs, predicted their strategy. I mean, 11 laps on the softs. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, they're gonna have like so much high tire on the final stages of the race.
Yeah.
But we only have like 11 laps left on this race. But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty interesting strategy from Riz, Nano, and Flatbread, who just exit out of the pit lane. And yeah, as we take a look on Darwizzi, who's currently on P6, battling out with Wicked for the battle of P5, and he might be able to go past with the help of DRS,
He's
and
gonna get it.
DRS probably. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna get him. Yeah, he's gonna use the ERS slightly, and Wizzy on the inside, and is easily ahead of him going into 14. Chesney goes into the pit to probably pit for the softs. That's Darwizzi currently up to P5, and then after he overtakes Chesney, that's gonna be him up to P4. Next driver up ahead for him is Sam Ross. He has the advantage of 2-lap fresher tires and as well better tires at this stage of the race compared to compared to Sam Ross. The gap from Sam Ross to Darwizzi 16 bloody seconds. What the flip is this? That's no access safety car. Oh la la! Now this is a turnaround. That was wicked as spawn. 5? Going into 5.
Or going to turn 6, I believe.
Yeah, 5 and going into. But that's before the braking zone into 6.
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, you go on. What's your theory?
I mean, yeah. I don't really know what exactly happened to Wicked. It just seemed I saw it on track map that he had like maybe spun off or something. But in 18 laps, we have not had a single safety car up until now.
Yeah.
With only 10 laps left in this race. So, and I believe some drivers will pit for softs.
Yeah, everyone is gonna pit for softs. Everyone is gonna pit for softs. Mediums are gonna be too. I mean, even in the sprints, a lot of drivers were going. I mean, only 3 drivers went for the mediums for the sprint. Wizzyboy goes for the softs. Yeah, everyone is gonna go for the softs. Samros gets a 3. That's probably just in the pit, so he's probably gonna get removed. Calypsy stays out on his mediums. Interesting.
Well, I mean, you will have a disadvantage after, like, you know, a final stage of the race. If, like, look at that. They're literally pitting for softs now. And I believe Jazzy Reese, who just pitted for softs, I believe 2 laps ago, has stayed out on those relatively new softs, but including Nano and Chesney, or I think he just pitted, but and Sam Ross who just pitted for new softs, including Darwizzi, but is Marno not pitted?
Yeah, he's on lap 5 mediums. Hards.
Yeah.
It's crazy. My theory, though, for what happened to Wicked Red is that when the safety car came out, Darwizzi braked a lot to like stay within the delta. Wicked didn't expect it to be didn't expect Darwizzi to brake that much, and that caused him to like try and avoid him, and he went left and hit the barrier. That's my theory. I don't think it would be somehow him losing it into turn 5, which is a easy flat out corner. Even on road cars, I would say easy flat out. So yeah, but well, I was gonna say Darwizzi is back, but pretty much everyone is back, but his position is slightly compromised. Because ahead he has Chesney, Nano, Chesney Race, and then Calypsy, who is on 3-lap old mediums, Chesney, who is on 2-lap old softs, Nano 2-lap old softs, Chesney almost brand new softs. So at this rate, he's gonna have to do damage limitation in this race to not lose too many points on Wizzyboy. At the moment, he's ahead by 2 points, but I don't think Wizzyboy is going to be going anywhere from P2 unless Calypsy decides to take him out, doing a I don't know. I don't want to say it because you're from like I was just doing a just take him out like average open lobbies, you could say, and then that would be just a gifted Darwizzi points again on Wizzyboy, and then just he can just enjoy P6, P5, whatever he's gonna do it, but as well not send it on Sam Ross like he did on Lab 9. Let me as well. Marinov is still on those 6 level hearts. He's not cooking. He's
gonna be terribly slow on those hearts. As I said before, hearts are one of the worst tires to be on this track. But
in this lap as well.
As safety car is coming in at the end of this lap, so we can get that green flag running, as we see Marinov lagging a lot. But yeah. Anyway,
it's gonna be interesting. I mean, everyone is back from like 16 seconds between Wizzyboy and the next car behind. It is only 3/10 to Clipsy. So everyone is back besides Nox, who has been lapped, unfortunately. Well, that's just life. And Sir Nikolai still can't really go because the safety car isn't in the pits. Everyone has full ERS or full of energy or full batteries. Wizzyboy has less fuel than Nikolai, a lot less, so he's going to be overall faster. Nikolai takes a wide line on the exit 414, and he manages to get away from Wizzy. He manages to catch Wizzy off guard, and that's almost 9/10 already going into the finish line. One of the Aston Martins, I believe that was Nano, going wide into the final corner. Darwizzi is really gonna have to get a move on quickly to overtake Sam Ross, and then the next follow up cars up ahead. And as well, avoid getting attacked by Wicked Red from behind, as Wicked already overtakes his teammate Marinov. It's not going to be expected for Marinov to stay with Wicked. I'm not gonna lie. The same with Clipsy. Older mediums at this stage of the race is not going to be great. So he's going to be as well compromised. He's going to try his best to stay in that third position, but I don't think he's going to be able to keep it still in there. Darwizzi very close behind Sam Ross, but still no DRS, so he's not going to be able to really overtake him. There's already a train of cars behind of Clipsy. Clipsy is going to be using most of his ERS. Chesney as well using his ERS, trying to take Clipsy already as quickly as possible. And going into 14, it's going to be side by side between them. Chesney on the outside, as well as Darwizzi trying to overtake Chesney's teammate. Chesney stays behind Clipsy. Darwizzi overtakes another Chesney in the Aston Martin. Darwizzi still stays behind of Sam Ross, but going into turn 1, he's gonna be side by side. No, he's not gonna be side by side, but who is side by side is Chesney. Side by side with Clipsy into 1 and 2. Still not anymore there, although Clipsy still leaves him room on the inside, and Clipsy still manages to live on P3, although Chesney is going to be on the outside of turn 6. Nano misses the apex in the background, but Clipsy still manages to keep his P3 alive, although it's not going to be for long because Clipsy is already ran out of ERS. He's already got like 11%. He's used all of his ERS on that one lap, but the same with Chesney. He has like 27%. He doesn't have much of it, so he's not going to be able to attack. Sam Ross makes a mistake on the exit of turn 11, and Darwizzi is going to send it into 12, and he is out of Sam Ross on the exit of 11 and 12, sorry, and he's up to P6. The same with Chesney, who has already taken Clipsy into 11 and 12, and he's ahead of Clipsy into P3. Clipsy tries to re-overtake him. Neither of them have almost any sort of ERS left. Clipsy is going to send it into 14 probably. Yes, he is on the inside, and he managed to re-overtake Chesney as Sam Ross, and there's a big spoiler behind. Nano has been spun round into turn 14, and he's down P9. P10 hits the wall as well on the inside, and he's down P11. His points, good points paying position is gone. Almost for a podium he could have been, as there's a spinner behind. That's Wicked, sending it on Chesney into turn over. Chesney turned in on Wicked. Wicked managed to save it. Better than what Darwizzi did on Sam Ross. Darwizzi already close behind Chesney's ass. Into 4, sends it, and manages to get ahead, although they're still side by side on the exit and into turn 7 and 8. Darwizzi is ahead of Chesney, and he's up to P4. Next up ahead is Clipsy. Darwizzi's comeback is coming to a dream, or not a dream, or dream coming true, I guess, or I mean, yeah. Anyways, Darwizzi is gonna have the DRS on Clipsy. Darwizzi has a load of ERS compared to Clipsy's almost zero amount of ERS. Sector 2, that's Nolx spinning, but Darwizzi should be an easy overtake on Clipsy. DRS, ERS. Easy like butter through knife into 14, easy as that. Chesney and Sam Ross going side by side into 14 as well. Sam Ross overtakes his teammate Chesney into 14. And yeah, that's damage limitation pretty much done for Darwizzi. He just needs to keep it out of Clipsy and get away from Clipsy's 1 second as quickly as possible, so that Clipsy cannot try and at least catch up to him, and the pack behind, to not let the pack behind to overtake Clipsy and get a DRS on Darwizzi, as the 1 second gap has already built up. 1.1 seconds to Darwizzi from Clipsy. Nolx goes into the pit and probably is going to retire. You want to take it a little bit?
Yeah. Oh! And that was just the Ferrari of Ferrari of no, just returning the pit lane, yeah, and he's left the session. But yeah, I mean, I can't believe what happened. Clipsy and Ross, but Sam Ross almost makes contact on Clipsy, but as you already know, Clipsy has no ERS, so Sam Ross will definitely try to make a move, but I think Sam Ross obviously has a time penalty, but Sam Ross is gonna try and make a move on track ahead of Clipsy, but Clipsy tries to make it down the inside. He breaks super late to try and make a move, but Sam Ross has lost the position back from Clipsy, but it's not over yet because Sam Ross has DRS. He could try and close up to Clipsy with no ERS at all. When he go for it, no, he 6 behind, but yeah, good attempt, but Sam Ross almost tries to make contact with Clipsy, as Nano has 3-second time penalty, who is lost out on points, but yeah, maybe could have been a podium, but no, unfortunately not. But yeah.
Yeah. I take it. I take the stick.
Yeah.
Okay. That was as well for you getting involved, and as well for my throat getting a slight breather, and I was like getting myself a little bit more air through my body. I was like not breathing at all almost. Sam Ross close behind Clipsy out of 13. It's gonna be close as Clipsy almost loses it on the exit, having a little bit of moment. Samra should be easily overtaking Clipsy into 14, although last time Clipsy got a very good send back as Clipsy goes very defensive, forcing Samra to go off track. Clipsy sends it, it was like contact on the into 14. Samra still out of Clipsy into 16, but Clipsy is going to be very close behind, and he's going to have a good chance to re-overtake him. Samras this time goes very aggressive to defend, and he turns in on Clipsy. That was such unnecessary defending from Samras, going super defensive, pretty much forcing Clipsy to just being as on the inside as possible. But as well, for Clipsy to just sticking in there was a little bit unnecessary, but it was just, I mean, Summers was really trying to defend it, and he just kind of, well, didn't leave space for Clipsy, although in that position, they were on the other side of the track. You should be on the left, not on the right, to make the corner. Especially too wide. It is not Monaco or Baku's castle section. Definitely. So, well, that happened. Samra's getting another incident into turn 1, this time with Clipsy. Ferrari parked car on a Ferrari parked car, and white Ferrari with red Ferrari. Samras clearly hates Ferraris, although he's using a Ferrari engine in that Alfa Romeo, so although it's interesting. Theory, trying to get a little bit more exciting in this. Wizzy closing in on Sir Nikolai as Sir Nikolai starts the penultimate lap of the race. Sir Nikolai looks like that he has very good pace on the fresh tires, but then when the tires go on, he just loses the pace. And Wizzyboy is catching up. Nano overtakes Flatbread, but Flatbread has no... Flatbread is in AI mode, but Nano has a front wing damage, so... well, that's... as it goes off track. I mean, it's battle between an AI, so it's not really that much. I mean, who cares about that? I never really took those. If it's an overtake on an AI, I don't really take it like as an overtake, or I don't really focus on that until I realize it.
Well, I mean, true. The AI is just AI. You can't just like watch them the entire time. But yeah. But it seemed like
Sector 2 wicked off track into 8, finding the gravel traps, and that's him down in P9. Not great race that he would have wanted, as well as a sprint race at this connection, like on the final lap. But you wanted to say something.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was gonna say, but like between Wizzyboy and Sir Nikolai, I mean, without a setup that Wizzyboy doesn't have, so. And as we speak, Sir Nikolai is cutting back to start the final lap of the race.
Shizney in the back. I don't know if you were talking about that, but Samras just clearly outbraked himself, went into the back of Chesney in the Aston Martin, but thank God both of them are still going strong, or Chesney wasn't like fully spun round as we're going into the final lap of the race. Continue what you wanted to say.
I wanted to say, like, Wizzyboy, like, without the setup, he doesn't have an advantage to try to close up, but maybe because with the help of less wings, he's closing up on Sir Nikolai on the straights, but he's not closing up on the corners, as I believe Sir Nikolai has high downforce on his car, and it doesn't seem like Wizzyboy is close enough to try and get the win on Sir Nikolai, and as we speak, Sir Nikolai, who has only managed to get first win on the season on Australia, on the first opener of the season, who is on his way to get his second win on his debut season. He is approaching the final corner. You want to say it or should I?
I can say it. Through the far corner, Nikolai comes from pole position, wins the Chinese Grand Prix, and picks up his second win of the season. Masterful race served by Sir Nikolai. Wizzyboy second, takes the championship lead, but by only 1 point, as Darwizzi finishes third after a very eventful race. Chesney in the Aston Martin finishes fourth. Chesney race fifth. Samra sixth after his penalty could be removed always. After it happened in the pits, Clipsy 7th, Marinov 8th, Wicked 9th, Nano 10th, and Flatbed is going to be finishing in 10th. Well, that was the very eventful Chinese Grand Prix. I mean, it got very much interesting as well after it went into the safety car. And the game has awarded Darwizzi driver of the day. Do we agree, or shall it be someone else, Sir Nikolai? Or
Sir Nikolai obviously kind of dominated that race since lap one, but Darwizzi he had the highest announced on this race. He was down all the way to P8 or 9th, and he managed to make it up to the podium position. So I believe, I think Darwizzi deserves that driver of the day, in my opinion.
I mean, there's as well Sir Nikolai who managed to well, he didn't get the. Wait, he actually. Well, to be fair, yes, Darwizzi did all that, but as well, Sir Nikolai got the pole position for the sprint race, won that sprint race, got the pole position or the first position for the main race, and won that with the fastest lap. I mean, Sir Nikolai is as well a very strong contender, maximizing all the points tally, picking up 11 points on Darwizzi and 12 points on Darwizzi, 11 points on Wizzyboy. So, as well, he's a strong contender. I mean, yes, as well, Darwizzi started second, dropped down to 8th, and got back up to fighting for P3, dropped down to P8, P9, and then getting P3 in the end. So it is as well a very good recovery from him in the race. I mean, those are two very strong contenders for the driver of the day, at least for me. I mean, it's dominant drive by Sir Nikolai or a very good or just overall comeback races from Darwizzi. It is a very interesting difficult choice, at least in my opinion.
It's just that, I feel like Darwizzi done a lot better now since he has just come back, I believe, twice. Which I feel he has done a lot better. And I can't believe Sir Nikolai manages to dominate that race. It kind of dominated that race after having several battles with Darwizzi in the sprint and in the race as well.
Yeah, I mean, but it was still a very interesting race overall.
I feel like you should end the stream now.
I mean, I still haven't ended it because I'm always taking a slight time in this end. Next, so in the championship it should be Wizzyboy on top by just 1 point, going into Mexico, and it's actually 4 races now into Mexico. Like I said, so yeah, that was China, and we see you in Mexico next week, at least for F2. So, ciao.